Over the last 20 years, leading scientists have actually been able to define what purpose is, how do we create it, why does it matter, et cetera. It's an incredible sort of renaissance for us because we now understand things that were just completely outside of our grasp 20 years ago. And it's enabling completely new ideas around work and the nature of how we need to engage each other. And it's so fun to be working with this. But the first thing I realized when I was working with these researchers was that I had been committing malpractice for about 12 years and giving horrible advice to young professionals looking for advice about their careers. So I wanted to share with you some of the key insights coming out of research, they're basically busting myths about purpose at work, because a lot of us carry these around, I find. So how many of you have been to New York City? How many of you have been to the Upper East Side? So a good third of you. Those of you that haven't, you got to come to New York. The Upper East Side you could probably do without. I asked my cartoonists to draw an amalgamation of every woman on the Upper East Side of New York City, and that's what the cartoonist drew. And what this woman represents is a big part of our culture that's tied to boards, that's tied to nonprofits and charity, which is this idea that purpose comes from a cause, right? And you meet people like this that they're on dozens of boards, they give money to every charity, they're at every event. They have no purpose in their lives. Has anybody ever met anyone like this who just has no purpose in their life, but they have tons of charities they're involved in, right? Flipside is also true. I'm sure all of you, like I, have worked with people who have tremendous purpose and meaning in their work, right? Tremendous purpose and meaning. And if you said, what was their cause? You'd have no idea, because there is no cause behind what they're doing. Purpose and cause are not very connected. Yet people would constantly come to me saying, I need to find more purpose in my work. I'm going to quit my job as a SVP at X, Y, and Z bank, and I'm going to go work at a nonprofit. And sure enough, a month later, they'd call back and they'd say, oh, this is still a job. No more purpose, right? Similarly, when I was working in the US at Taproot, you'd find professionals sign up to do pro bono work that work at nonprofits, social sector organizations, right? It's happened all the time. You get someone at a large nonprofit, like the Red Cross, they'd say, I want to do pro bono work. And I'd say, what's wrong with you? Why would you want to do more? You already got a nonprofit job. And they say, I don't get any purpose or meaning for my job at a nonprofit. In fact, we have a major crisis with purpose in nonprofit organizations because we rely too much on the cause to deliver the sense of meaning and purpose instead of realizing that's only a part of the equation.